Good morning. It's Saturday morning, 6:03. Started about 5:45. Gonna make Georgia pulled pork barbecue. So there's the Boston butt, fat cap down inside the Yeti bucket, food grade bucket. And then this is the brine mixture. And I'm in the process right now of trying to get the salt to dissolve before I put the sugar in. And the salt does not want to dissolve for some reason, but I will get that done and then I'll get the sugar in. Be right back. Okay, once you get your sugar in your water, you're going to have some salt staying in the bottom. And I mixed it up as well as I could. I don't put enough water in it to really take up all that salt. But the salt will be in the water and it'll be on top of the pork butt as the ice melts over the top of it. I heated the water up to about 160 degrees. Alright, let's put it on the pork butt. Well, as you can see, I went ahead and this pork butt is so big, I went ahead and added more water to my salt and sugar mixture, and now it's completely dissolved and ready, and it cooled down from adding the extra water. I don't want to put hot water on my pork butt in the pot. You may ask, why do we put sugar and salt and water and put it on the pork butt and let it sit for 24 hours? It works because of osmosis. The salt and sugar makes a colloidal liquid, and so the membranes in the pork butt will actually pull the moisture in. They'll be attracted to the salt and sugar. It'll pull some of the moisture out of the butt, and then it'll pull it all back in, and then plus some of the water. And that's how you hydrate your pork butt to make sure that it's nice and juicy. Let's put this on and put the ice on it. Alright, and there you go. You can see the pork butt now has ice all on top of it. And we get the lid. You can see it's called Yeti loadout bucket, food grade. And put the lid on, nice and tight, and that will stay full of ice until tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock when we take it out and put it on the big green egg. That's all we have to do today. Okay, what I'm doing now is prepping the pork butt. I've already dumped the ice out and in the process of draining the rest of the water and getting the butt out so it can start warming up. The time is 5:43 in the morning. Okay. All right. I'm working in a very small gallon kitchen. The entire space is a premium. I'm going to do now is take the pork butt out, the bucket, and put it on this piece of tin foil, and it can rest right there. Start coming up to room temperature. It won't get to room temperature, but this is a huge piece of meat. That's about 3 or 4 pounds more than I normally cook. But I have a big crowd coming, I hope, today. Plus I want to have people have plenty of pork butt to take home with them and eat. And food safety is always the most important thing. You want to make sure that you wash your hands frequently. Okay, let's go set up the big green egg. Okay, I'm outside. It's not even daylight, but it's enough you can see. Alright, so this is my medium green egg right here. And if my granddaughter was coming, I'd be cooking baked beans on there. Barbecued baked beans. But I don't think she's coming. So we won't be cooking barbecued green beans today. And baked beans. And this is the large big green egg, which is what we'll be cooking on today. Let's move this back over here out of the way. There's the large big green egg. Okay. There we go. All right. Here, I have to go to the burn pile. That's my egg expander right there. We'll put that right there. I was going to set this up last night, but I didn't. Mainly because I worked all day moving stuff out of the yard into a storage building. And got really dehydrated and had really bad cramps and couldn't even walk. So I kind of put an end to that for the day. So let's see if I can get some of this on the screen here. That's locked in. Is this? Go. Now you can see inside. And this is the ash basket. So shake that really good. In fact, if you look on the back of my gloves, it says shake your ash. A little play on words there. Is that a rock? No, that's a piece of charcoal. Okay. Get all them small loose pieces out. It's going to be a long cook. Alright. And this is an ash bucket. Uh-oh. The bugs are attacking me. Ooh, that one got me. On my eyelid. Making pork butt is a labor of love. It is not something you do just for a spur of the moment. Dang it. Bugs are really coming out now. I guess they find the carbon dioxide. Okay. I just cleaned this out real good on the last cook, so I don't think I have to worry about that. Put the basket back in. There you go. Get the charcoal. I only use Royal Oak lump charcoal. When I can open the bag. We'd use apple chunks, but this is all I have today. Hickory. And I don't use much. My wife doesn't like the stronger, heavy wooded taste. So now let's start the fire. This is called a loop lighter. Watch how this thing works. We're going to let that finish catching on fire. Fire, fire. And while that's working, we're going to go get our pan and prep our butt and get it ready to put on. Be back in a minute. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put French's yellow mustard all over the pork butt. We do this to get the butt rub to stick. Ooh, that's some cold meat right there now, let me tell you. Ooh. Yeah, she's about 40 degrees probably. Now, not only does this act as a binder, but some people swear that the vinegar in the And the mustard helps it to break down the fat in the tendons, which is what you're trying to do when you're cooking a big old hunk of meat like this. Turn that over. Alright, you got plenty of mustard on there. And this is the hard part. When you only got one person. Normally my wife would be helping me, but it's 6:04 and she won't get up until 9 o'clock this morning on Sunday morning. So, got it all on my own. But this is Bad Burns butt rub. There you go. And that's what I use. You put a liberal coating on there because this is what's going to make you bark. That's the good stuff. Yep. Piece of meat somebody cut off. Alright. Oh. Son of a gun, that's heavy. That's gotta be a 14-pound piece of meat at least. And it is dead weight. That pig is not alive. Hate getting mustard on my bottle. I can wipe it off though. You put it all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like 6 places. All right. Alright. Now, what I was saying earlier is I normally cook this 10 to 12 hours at 225. Like I said, I got family coming in 6 hours. So I'm going to do a method that's called turbo butt. And it is exactly what it says. I'm going to cook this at a very high temperature, 400 degrees. Especially since it's a really big thick piece of meat. And hopefully it'll be done by 2 o'clock. I cook it to 205 degrees. What I'm doing now is prepping the pan. You don't have to do this. It does make cleaning up a little easier. I have a big green egg roasting pan. You start off by just putting it around the outside first. And then it fits perfectly. Just don't poke a hole in it, you defeat the whole purpose. And sometimes it's going to leak through anyway, so there's nothing you can do about it. But once you got your pan, you can put your rack back in there. Pick this bad boy up. Come on now. Notice. And set set it in there. We gotta finish prepping the grill and we'll be ready to go. All right. And dry my hands, and fire has started. Let's assemble this thing. I put the big green egg right in the wrong place for me to get everything, but that's okay. I'll make it work. You want to make sure the fire is not getting what we call blue smoke. Blue smoke is the outer side of your whoa, look at that. So it's my big convector that they broke. The new one broke, not the little one. So we set this on top like that. And now we're going to get out our signals computer. Nothing like a computer. They help you make a good butt. And don't do like me and let your stuff get all tangled up. Because it is a pain in the butt to get untangled. But it'll still work. Okay, there we go. So this is you're not a real grill master till you've burnt yourself 20 times. And that was the thermometer that reads the inside temperature of the grill, of the smoker. This is the bellows right here. And we stick that down here. And then we close everything up down here. And then we go get our butt. And we're going to put some gloves on because that fire is right next to the grate. the grid, and it can burn you. I may have to jockey this thing around a little bit. And here we go. Alright. It is now on the grill. And then we need a probe. Now that hardwood lump has its own seasoned woody smell, so you don't have to worry too much about not having lump on there. Alright, you want to get away from that bone. There we go. Well, that was not smart on my part. Let's see if I can go this way. Nope, can't go that way. There we go. Go that way. Break my $300 computer. They want a new one anyway. Close this puppy up. Put my grid on top, my cap on. Close that puppy down. We do not want fire to get away from us. Like I said, normally this is a low and slow, but we're going to do a turbo butt. Here we go. And plug it up. Walk over here. Turn that on. It's not going to read right. I went in all the way. Okay. And it says the fire is already at 459, which we do not want. What does this say over here? It says it's only at 300. Okay. So we're going to choke this fire down. I'm going to choke it down. It is choked. Okay. So now you can see it's on my phone. And it says the butt is at 49.8 and the fire is at 461. We don't want it no higher than 425, so it's going to drop down now because I choked it down. But it's going to make alarming noises, and we'll have to deal with that. Alright. We're set up and ready to go.